So, good day class. Since we are done with the delta anchor location or delta anchor selection, we will continue in the Galton and Henry system with FBI modification extension, which is this is also adopted by almost English-speaking countries. And also, this system is used by our country, which is the Philippines. So, when we talk about fingerprint patterns, it has 8 standard types. So, what are those 8 standard types, ma'am? So, when we say 8 standard types of fingerprint pattern, this is what I mean. So, the plain arch, the tented arch, the radial loop, the ulnar loop, the plain whirl, central pocket loop, double loop, and accidental. But if we say three general groups of patterns, it is the arch, the loop, and the whirl. Okay? So the arch has 2 families, the plain arch and the tented. Same with the loop. We have the radial and the ulnar. And the whirl, it has 4 families, the plain whirl, the central pocket, double loop whirl, and the accidental. So, arch is very easy. It is easy to understand, but it is very hard to find. Why? It is only 5%. Loop is the most common. It is 60%. Then the whirl is 35%. Okay? So, let's start with the loop muna. So, sa loop has elements. Okay? Always remember these elements. To be considered as a loop pattern, it must have a core, it must have a delta, and an imaginary line must pass between the core and delta. And those imaginary line that pass between the delta and the core, it must have a minimum of 1 ridge count. Okay? So meaning to say, to be considered as a loop pattern, it must have, again, a delta. We have the bifurcation as our delta and this rod as our core. So if I draw an imaginary line from my delta going to my core, if I pass or touch an intervening ridge, it must be the 1 ridge count. So, if there is at least 1 ridge count of a core pattern, of a loop pattern, that is the time we can consider that as a loop. Okay, if there is no such ridge count, at least 1, then that is not a loop. Why? Because, again, the elements of the loop, it must have a core, it must have a delta, and it must have at least 1 ridge count. Okay? So, the loop patterns has 2 families, diba? The radial loop and the ulnar loop. So, how can we determine if that is a radial loop and an ulnar loop? So, to be determined as an ulnar loop is the downward is towards the little finger. And to be determined as a radial loop, the downward of the loop is towards the thumb. Meaning to say, if this is my hand, which is the right hand, if that downward of the loop is going towards the little finger, that is what we call as ulnar loop. Then if the downward is going towards the thumb, that is what we call the radial loop. Okay? So look at this one. So this one, the downward of the loop or the slant of the loop is going towards the little finger. That is why it is an ulnar loop. Kaya ang iyang slant is going man sa little finger. Whereas, the pattern in our index finger, ang slant niya is going towards the thumb. So that's the time we name this as the radial loop. This one is an ulnar loop, radial loop, and ulnar loop. How about, ma'am, if this is not a right hand, it is a left hand? Can this pattern still be a radial loop or ulnar loop? Yes. But the downward, asa naman, ma-change na. Okay. For example, dire man ang thumb sa right hand, so this time, dire na ang thumb. Okay, this is the hand. So, if we look at this pattern, if we are using the left hand, ma-change na siya. Ang downward na niya is going to the thumb. So, mahimo siya as radial loop kung left hand. But if right hand, ang iyang downwards is towards the little finger. So, matawag siya ulnar loop. Same here. If the downward na niya is going na dire, kanina, radial loop siya, kay dire man siya sa thumb. But now, dari na siya, if left hand na, magamit na siya as ulnar loop. Same, kini. The downward sa right hand is asa man. The downward towards the right hand is a little finger, di ba? Little finger if right hand. But now, same lang gihapon ang pattern, mabalis na siya, going na siya sa thumb. So, this time, ang tawag sa iya, if the right hand is gamiton, matawag siya as ulnar loop. But pag left hand ang gamiton, matawag na siya as radial loop. So, the radial loop and the ulnar loop can be only determined by the hands we are using. If we are using the radial loop, I mean the right hand or the left hand. So that's how we can identify those two loop, the ulnar loop and the radial loop. Balik ko na ako. So let's say for example, I have here a pattern. So, man tumampag kay balo, the downward. So, kana, ang iyang recurve, mao ni ang recurve mismo, makita na nato nga, paana siya. ba? Diba? So, if I have a right hand, king na. So, meaning, ang iyang downward of the slope is going to the little finger. So, matawag na siya as ulnar loop. Then, if we have the left hand, king kana, we have the thumb. So, ang iyang downward na is going towards the thumb. So, that's the time, matawag na po siya as radial loop. Okay? Ano lang siya pag-determine. Okay. So, why is it, ma'am? It was named as radial loop and ulnar loop. It's because of these two bones. Radius and the ulna. The radial loop was derived from the radius bone. Why? This radius bone is sa thumb. Then the ulna is towards the little finger. That's why ulnar was derived from the ulna bone. Let's go back. Essential characteristics of the loop. It must have a sufficient recurve. It must have a presence of a delta and a core and at least one ridge count. Okay? So, with this figure, with this fingerprint, makita na nato ang iyang recurve is going paana. So, if this is a right hand, ang iya, matawag siya as radial. Kay ang iya man is going towards the thumb, ang slant. If this is an left hand, matawag siya as ulnar loop. Why? It's because the slant of the loop is going towards the little finger. Ana lang. Okay. Next, we have the arch. So, arch has two families, the plain arch and the tented arch. The plain arch, it is very, very, very easy to determine. slight raised of the center. Something like this lang. Okay? May mga pattern pa dyan, but slightly raised at the center. This, diba? Murag ni ulbo siya. That's why it is called as the plain arch. Then we have tented. Tented has 3 types. Having an angle of 90 degrees or less, an upthrust, and approaching the loop but do not have the ridge count. So, what's that? Let's start with tented type number 1. So, if we say something like this, it has an angle. Diba may angle siya? It's either 90 degrees or less. That's tented type number 1. Second, it has an upthrust. Okay. Something like this. Kana. May ganyan. May ganto. Pag matay makita na pattern, something na ana patas. From horizontal going to vertical, that's an upthrust. So, that is the tented number 2. Then we have the tented number 3. It looks like a loop, but the third element of the loop is missing. Meaning to say, something like this. Okay. Okay. Yes, di ba? It looks like a loop, but the third element of the loop is missing, which is it has no ridge count. So we have the core, and we have this as our delta. If I will draw an imaginary line from delta to core, walay intervening ridge. Walay ridge count. That's why it is called as tented type number 3. Okay? Oh. Kaya nga naman, tented type number 3. Kay, if there is a ridge count of at least 1, okay, dili na siya matawag as tented. It is a loop. Okay? So, balik. Recall, to be considered as a loop, it must have a recurve. It must have a delta and a core. And it must have at least 1 ridge count. So, 1, 2. So, 2 ridge count. So, that is a loop. Tented type number 3, it looks like a loop, but no ridge count. Okay? So, if I will draw something like that, we have this as our core, then I will draw an imaginary line from my delta going towards my core. There is no ridge count. So, this is a tented. This is a loop. Okay? So, let's move to the whirl pattern. So, once again, whirl has 4 families. We have the plain whirl, we have the central pocket loop whirl, we have the double loop whirl, and we have the accidental. Okay, so whirls, magkaiba sa loop. Why? In loop, there is a recurve. Diba? May sufficient recurve. Whereas, in whirls, 2 or more deltas. It must have at least a complete circuiting ridge. So, this is an example of circuiting ridge. To be considered as a whirls. Okay, but how about this double loop whirl? Consider ba na siya, ma'am, as whirl? Yes, I will discuss that later. So, let's start muna with a plain whirl. So, plain whirl, there is the plain whirl and the central pocket loop whirl has actually similarities and only one dissimilarities. So, you will know that it is a plain whirl and not central pocket loop whirl based only one. So, si plain whirl consists of one or more ridges. which makes a complete circuit with two deltas between which when an imaginary line is drawn, take note at least one recurving or circuiting ridge within the inner pattern area is cut or touched. Okay, so si plain whirl daw has a one or more ridges that completes a circuit. Then, it has two deltas. So here, pakita na ako. Okay? This is an example of plain whirl. Why? So, we have this as our delta and also this as our delta. Our right delta and our left delta. If I will draw an imaginary line from left delta going towards my right delta, if I touch at least one circuiting ridge, diha nimo siya ma-considered as plain whirl. Okay? So, kini diri nga part class, okay, kini diri nga part nga akong na-touch is a circuiting ridge. So, kay naamang ko'y na-touch na circuiting ridge, meaning katong pagbalik-balik niya, itong pag-ingana-ingana niya, na ako'y na-touch, mauna nimo ma-considered as plain whirl. Okay? Again, if I will draw an imaginary line from my left delta going to the right delta, if I will touch these circuiting ridges, at least one circuiting ridge, this can be considered as a plain whirl. Okay? Kay naatay two deltas. Then, pag na ako'y matouch sa akong imaginary line, then that's a plain whirl. Okay? So, how about the central pocket loop whirl, ma'am? Oh, this is the difference between the plain whirl and the central pocket loop whirl. I mean, the plain whirl and the central pocket loop whirl. Why? In central pocket loop whirl, it does not touch or cross any circuiting ridge, which is the only difference between the plain whirl. It is the only difference of the elements of the plain whirl. Okay? Kaya sa central pocket, dapat daw wala kay matouch nga circuiting ridge. So, this is our delta, the left delta, and this is our right delta. So, if I will draw, an imaginary line, it must not touch or cross a circuiting ridge. Diha nimo siya makuan as central pocket loop whirl. Kay nga naman, kadto ganing iyang paglibot-libot, katong iyang pag-recoil, na wala ko'y naigo, central pocket na siya. Same like this, di ba? Ang ako lang na touch is only those intervening ridges, not the circuiting ridges itself. Okay? Kay kung ako na touch diri, paana going from here, going here, ma-considered siya as plain whirl. But, dari man ang atong delta diri na part going to the right delta, then wala ko'y na-touch na circuiting ridge. That's the time it is a central pocket loop whirl. Okay, balik ko na ako I will show an illustration, a drawing. Okay. So, I have here as an example of a plain whirl. Yeah, that. Then, I have here an example of a central pocket loop whirl. Okay. Bifurcation. So, if I will draw an imaginary line from my left delta going towards my right delta, then I have touched this circuiting ridge. So, this is a plain whirl. This time, kaniya nga akong left delta going towards my right delta, wala ko'y na-touch nga circuiting ridge. This is only intervening ridge. So, that's why this is a central pocket loop whirl. Okay? Basta wala ko'y na-touch nga libot-libot niya, iyang recoil. or iyang circuiting, diha nimo siya ma-considered as central packet. Pag naaga ni siya matouch from your left delta going to the right delta, imong imaginary line, then that's a plane whirl. Mura na kalainan jud nila class. Mura na duha. And kung imo tanawon ng figure po or ang drawing niya, ang iyang fingerprint, mura siya gajud ug na siya something diri nga part is something murag lollipop, ba? Mura siya lollipop compared kang plain whirl. Oh, si plain whirl, mura siya katul. Ana lang siya, ana. Na siya gajoy ilang distinction. Then we have the double loop whirl. So in double loop whirl, it's very easy to determine and to identify. So one loop surround the other loop, or two separate and distinct loop formation with set of shoulders and two deltas, something like this. Okay, we have this. Oh, we have two set of shoulder 1 and shoulder 2. That's why it is called as double loop. Ano lang, I will show later a figure para makita ninyo. Then we have two types of double loop whirl. The lateral pocket loop and the twin loop. So when we say the lateral pocket loop, diri lang ang iyang entrance. Okay? Then when we say twin loop, duha ang iyang entrance and exits. Okay? From going here, nag-recurve for exit. From here, going back to exit. Okay? So, lateral pocket loop are those patterns whose core points have their exit on the same side of the delta. So, naridiri. Tanawa. We have this, our delta. Same lang sila og exit points. Whereas, diri sa atong twin loop, sa daw ko no, in twin loop, are those pattern whose ridges containing the core points have their exist on the different sides of or flows to the different direction of two deltas. Delta 1 and we have this as all delta 2. So na ay mga exit points. Okay? So the last but not the least, we have the accidental whirl. So, accidental whirl is a combination of two different types of patterns such as a loop and whirl, except the plane arc. So, atay delta dire. Nga naman ma'am, sige maka nag-delta. It's because whirls naman ta. It has two or more deltas. Never ta maghanap og core sa whirl patterns. Only two deltas. Again, in whirl patterns, we are applying the ridge tracing. That's why we need to locate our two deltas. Okay, they are very important to determine the tracing result. Whereas, in loop patterns, we need to find our delta and core. Why? It is because we need to apply the ridge counting. Okay? So, in ridge counting, you will also draw an imaginary line and you will count all those intervening ridges that is touched by your imaginary line. So, going back, in accidental, according sa elements ni accidental, it is a combination of a loop and a whirl. Something like this. We have a loop pattern, then naada yoy whirl diha. So, that's an example of an accidental whirl. Another, we have a double loop pa, then tented. Okay. That is an accidental. Why? There is a presence of two patterns, a loop and a whirl. a loop, and a tented. Meaning, pwede nimo sila ma-mix. Except lang gayud ipare si plain arch. Like for example, you have a whirl. Then pag paabot din na ay plain arch. So, it is not an accidental. It is only a plain whirl. Okay? Basta class, pwede makombine ang tanan except lang gayud sa plain arch. According to the book, Badua's book. So, continue ta. Here, wait. I will show you some picture. Okay. Sample. So, plane whirl. Example of plane whirl, I've already discussed the elements of the plane whirl by having a complete circuit, 2 deltas, and at least 1 circulating ridge. So, look at this. So, we have our delta here and our delta here. So, if I will draw an imaginary line, of course, as you can see, I've touched a circuiting ridges. Same here. We have the delta and our delta, and then if I will draw an imaginary line, I've touched or crossed an circuiting ridge. So, diha na ay matouch ang circuiting ridge. Same with this and same with this. So, naadjud ko na igo nga iyang pag-ana niya gani paglibot ang recoil. Whereas, in a central pocket loop whirl, as you can see, no recurving ridge within the pattern area is crossed or touched by an imaginary line drawn between 2 deltas. So, para mas klaro, we have this as our delta na part and this as our delta. And if I will draw an imaginary line, wala ko'y na-touch na recurving. Same dere, wala. Same dere, wala. And at the same time, class, you can actually determine by the looks of it mismo. Nga, this is an central pocket loop. Kaya we have delta, then going back to delta. Ana siya ang iyarang na-touch is something ingana lang. Not the recoil. Okay? Then we have the double loop. Tanawan ni mo si double loop. 2 distinct sets of shoulder. Set of shoulder 1 and set of shoulder 2. So we have also this part here as our delta. Then dere ang atong delta. Dili na ka-need mag-imaginary line. Why? Because in double loop and accidental loop, it is not part of the elements that you need to draw an imaginary line from left delta going to the right delta. If there's a circuiting ridge na na-touch. Kay only it is required in the plane whirl and the central pocket for us to determine if that is a plane whirl or that is a central pocket. Only the elements of the double loop is it must consist of 2 separate loop formation with 2 separate and distinct sets of shoulder. That's why set 1 and set 2, set 1 and set 2. Okay? Then, again with the accidental. So, in accidental, it is a pattern, di ba? Consisting of a combination of 2 different types of pattern with the exception of the plain arch. So, as you can see here, we have an upthrust. So, that is a tented. And we have a loop pattern. So, that is why it is an accidental. Same with this, na ay upthrust and we have a loop pattern. So, that's the time we can consider that or we can determine that that pattern is accidental. Okay? So, that's it. That's all. Thank you. And mabuhay, Char. Bye-bye!